Active policy. Originated during the Narasimha Rao, he launched Low Kit policy. Open economy needed more countries to do it. In 1991, after liberalization, after LPG reforms, we opened our economy. We need more countries to trade. And the favorable environment we get in South Asia. And there was a not favorable environment in the South Asia, so we have to look towards east, look towards extended neighborhood. Second was there was a loss of USSR, means as a we need a new friend. So loss of UR, we need a new friend. Third, change in the structure environment because of the rise of the China. So there was change in structure environment because of the rise of China. In the countries of Southeast Asia wanted India as a balancer. There was a change in structure environment. There was a means of rise of China. Even in the countries of the Southeast Asia wanted India as a balancer. What are the phases of India's Low Kit policy? First, Narasimha Rao, the focus was economic. Vajpayee, the focus was economic as well as strategic. Third dimension, look is towards to the northeast. So third dimension was look east to northeast. Third, Modi government act is same as earlier policy. The basic difference is scope has a difference. So same the act is same as earlier policies, but scope has expanded. The major emphasis on the maritime security. Earlier there was economy. Now the focus is on maritime security. The background of the act is policy. In the context of rise in China, USA government has been consistently asking India not to just look east but act east. So in the context of rise in China, USA government has asked India not to just act east but look east. For example, India has left the hesitation and ultimately become the member of the Quad. So idea of the Quad in 2017, the Quad was placed by Prime Minister Japan and India accepted the idea in 2017. Aggressiveness of China has increased. Chinese claims on the island in the South China Sea. China's excessive inroads in the country in South Asia and Indian Ocean. So India's trading interest have grown many. So India's trading interests have gone many times in the region. So India's trading interests have gone many times in the region. We cannot afford to sit quietly and see China increasing its presence in the Indonesian and future denying India's entry into the South China Sea. What is the strategy in active policy? First, strengthening a partnership with the ASEAN, India and 10 Asian countries of the Southeast Asia. ASEAN is a nucleus of the region. So ASEAN is a nucleus of the region of the Indo-Pacific. During the Cold War, we used to have a link. We used to think in India, ASEAN as a pro-USA bloc. So we used to, during the Cold War, we used to see ASEAN as a pro-USA bloc. So after the new economic policy, ASEAN was a natural attraction. So after the new economic policy, ASEAN was a natural attraction. More economically dynamic region in India neighborhood. So it was a more economically dynamic region in India neighborhood region. India had a historical and cultural link. Asian country has been invited India as they want a balancer of China. One of the most successful initiative in 1992, India became a structural dialogue partner. One of the most successful initiative in 1992, India became a structural dialogue partner. Within 4 years, India became a full-fledged dialogue partner. The most successful initiative in 1992, India became a sectoral dialogue partner. Within 4 years, India became a full-fledged partner in 2002 summit level. In the 2002 to summit level partner and 2012 is strategic partner. So all the 10 roads of ASEAN were the made chief guest. All the 10 heads of the ASEAN were made a chief guests in the Republic Day of 2017. All the 10 heads of the ASEAN made the chief guests in the Republic of 2018. ASEAN had brought India into all the major security and all economic platforms which are emerging in Asia as like East Asia Summit. So ASEAN has brought India into all the major security and economic platforms which are emerging in Asia, like East Asia Summit. And there is an Asian Regional Forum. So all the 10 heads of the ASEAN were the mayors of the chief guests of the Asian Republic in 2018. ASEAN has brought India into all the major security and economic platforms which were emerging in the Asia like East Asia Summit. So ASEAN has brought India into all the major security and economic platforms which were emerging in the East Asia like East Asia Summit. Asia Regional Forum, only economic bloc which India has. Even free trade agreement, it's good in services, both. The only economic bloc which India has a free trade agreement isn't good in services, both. So it is the only economic which India has a free trade agreement. And free trade agreement are both in goods and services. Yes, revenue in 1990 is 9.4 billion US dollar. In 2017 it reached 81 billion dollar. In China they have a trade of around 450 billion dollar. So India and Asian countries are cooperate in the platform like Mekong Ganga Cooperation BIMSTEC. So India and Asian countries cooperate in the platform like Mekong Ganga Cooperation and BIMSTEC. So India is also negotiating RCP with the Asian countries. India is developing and investing infrastructure in the region to enhance the connectivity. To India is developing, investing and also investing in the infrastructure in the region to enhance the connectivity, strengthening the bilateral partnership with Singapore, Thailand, and Indonesia and Vietnam. India is strengthening bilateral partnership with Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Philippines IT sectors more. So in IT sector, there's a very much conflict in the competition. Now RCP. So IT sector Philippines have not opened the IT sector the conflict in the competition. Then RCP negotiation are going since 2012. There's a market of 3.4 billion people. There's 49.5 trillion. It was always supposed to come into existence in November 2018. So it was supposed to come into existence by November 2018. Why it could not come? India is an elephant in the room. Service sector is sensitive and is less liberalized because of the security issue. So there's a data security issue. For balanced growth, agriculture investment in needed. Problem: huge competition in the manufacturing, like South Korea and Vietnam and China. There's a huge competition, and the agriculture dairy, Australia and New Zealand will compete. And the growth is not balanced. You have to create, or at least for the domestic consumption, the growth is not balanced, and you have to create, or at least for the domestic consumption. India has to insist on a balanced outcome in the service sector. India has not get a good deal in ASEAN in the service sector. With ASEAN, we have a trade deficit of $13 billion. Mekong Conga Corporation India partnership with Thailand for the development of CLMV countries in Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar. The Mekong Conga Corporation India partnership with the Thailand for the development of CLMV countries like Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar. Geographic proximity important for the development of the soft power. Second, connectivity. We must focus on the Kaladan multimodal transport project that will connect from Calcutta to Sitwe port. Sitwe to Paletwa. Sitwe to Paletwa पे Jorinpuri in Myanmar. It was Sitwa that Paletwa to Jorinpuri in Myanmar, then Ajwal and Lavantalai. So there is a Kaladan multimodal transporter, Kolkata to Sitwe to Paletwa to Ajwal. So Ajwal in Mizoram. So the Ajwal in Mizoram, Paletwa. Then trilateral highway. There's a More in Manipur, Bagan in Myanmar, then Masot in Thailand. There's a trilateral highway. Manipur in More in Manipur, Bagan in Myanmar, and Mascot in Thailand. Within Myanmar, India is developing Re-Rhythm Port. So India is developing Re-Rhythm Port in Myanmar. Re-Rhythm Port. So there's a Re-Rhythm Port. So from More, Re-Rhythm Port, More, Tamu, Mandalay, Nepido, Bago, Myanmar, Mai, South. So the India-Myanmar trilateral highway. So there's a More in Manipur, More Tamu in Manipur, then Bagan in Myanmar, and there is a My South in Thailand. Myaure, My South in Thailand. So there's a Tamu Kalewa Kilmeo Road. Tamu Kalewa Kilmeo Road. India Myanmar Friendship, Mekong Conga Corporation for Education, Tourism, Transport and Communication 2012, headquarters in Vientiane, means Laos. Modi government has given in a new lease of life. 2016, the plan was adopted to expand the cooperation in infrastructure, pharmaceutical, intermediate goods. India has given $2 billion line of credit to this country. India and Myanmar, this is a tri-junction situation situated at the border of India. So India and Myanmar is a tri-junction. It is situated in the border of India, China, and 1600-kilometer long border. Touch 4 states of India: Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. And important for the internal security concern, it becomes a safe haven for the terrorists in the northeastern region. Internal security cooperation is very important for human trafficking and drug trafficking. Internal security, external security, it can be source of food security, especially pulse. It also has a oil, gas, pulses. It is a food security in the jewel and gem export and for the rubies. And it is having a strategic location in the Bay of Bengal, and it is a land bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia. Overview of the relation. Up to the 1935, Myanmar has been administered from India. Up to 1935, Myanmar has been administered from India. This is a show strategic importance. This is a show its strategic importance. We have a good relationship with Myanmar till the democracy was existing. India ignored Myanmar, most underrated neighbor. India ignored Myanmar, and the most underrated neighbor, Myanmar. The people went close to the China. In 1987, Rajiv Gandhi visited India to support the democracy movement. Remained irritated. 1987, Rajiv Gandhi visited India's support to the democracy movement has remained irritated. Change happened in 1993. India understood the strategic importance when Narasimha Rao launched Lukis. So India understood the strategic importance of Myanmar when Narasimha Rao launched the Lukis policy. Vajpayee government improved the relations. Myanmar was also not comfortable with the Chinese policy. Forest wealth was looting. Chinese presence in the population has increased. So they were looting the forest wealth. Chinese presence in population has also increased in Myanmar. So there has been significant improvement in the relations. So regular high-level actions. So there is a regular high-level exchange between India and Myanmar. The cooperation by the government of Myanmar is in the anti-insurgency operation. There's a cooperation by the government of Myanmar in the anti-insurgency operation. So India has given 1.75 billion US dollar aid to Myanmar. So India has given 1.75 billion US dollar aid to Myanmar. Bilateral trade is 1.6 billion in 2017-18. Bilateral trade is 1.6 billion dollar. So Prime Minister Modi has visited 2014 for the ASEAN Summit, and President of India has also visited in 2010. India involved in the capacity building project, for example, Rice Research Institute. India has been involved in the capacity building project, for example, Rice Research Institute, development of the road infrastructure. India has also brought Myanmar into BIMSTEC. India has acquired the operational rights at the Sidway port. So India has acquired the operational right at the Sidway port of Myanmar. Important issue of the concern is the Rohingyas, which are part of the China to contain India. In the past, Myanmar coastless with the India has increased. Now the location of the Myanmar is very important for the China. China wants to offset its advantage. China is trying to regain its influence over the military of Myanmar. India want to bypass SARC and replace it by BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC का मतलब SARC minus Pakistan. China wants to spoil the game. China wants to spoil the game. Rohingya issue will have implication even on India. So Rohingya issue will have implication even on India's relation with the Bangladesh. So India is helping the Myanmar by providing development for the Rakhine state. So India is also helping Myanmar by providing development for the Rakhine state.